Pa ne znam prvi red, ali oni će kažu.
Maybe they say that I have the color.
Plavanje.
Ok, kontrola vremena. Možemo? Možemo. Dobar dan još jednom, nastavljamo sa Handball Talksom, treća verzija, treća konferencija u organizaciji Balkan Handball, Handball Planeta i uz veliku pomoć TV turnira u Doboju. Prvo, ono što želim je da se zahvalim Danielu koji je prepoznao ideju, znao je od ranije kako to funkcioniše i kakav impakt ima uopšte u rukometnom svetu u posljednjih par godina i drago mi je da je prihvatio i da smo iskoristili ovakve goste kakvi su ovih dana u Doboju i da smo napravili ovih par panela koji će se gledati, nadam se, u narednim mesecima. Preći ću na engleski sa gostima. Znate i sami da smo ovde sa trenerom Vesprema Xavijem Pascualom i selektorom Egipta i sa trenerom egipatskog Al Ahlija Davidom Davisom. Gentlemen, welcome to Doboj, welcome to this handball conference. We did it two conferences in Belgrade, one in Našice in Croatia in past years. So I suggested Daniel, let's organize something when we have such a big names in Doboj. Why we don't speak a little bit about the game we love? So welcome here. How do you feel in Doboj?
Oh, very good, very good. Amazing. I think that first of all, hello to everyone. It's a pleasure, of course, to be here because it's not only for the tournament, it's a special tournament for me, also for Daniel, because I am here and a lot of players, what I had in my hands during my career, they are here playing in other teams, coaching in other teams. With David, we have an amazing history also. It's so happy to be here and to try to enjoy.
David?
Yeah.
You have been in the region, you know the mentality of the people. How do you like in Doboj?
Yeah, I love it. I really love it. I was living 5 years in Skopje. Of course, I have to say thank you to Daniel. That is the one that I always speak with about the tournament, and I'm grateful that people it's doing something for our sport. We know what is our sport, what that means our sport, and to still even have a great career as an athlete, that to continue try to helping and try to doing these humble talks like Humble Planet also, that very active in the news now, in the social media, that this is in Spain we can see this, but not that at this level, and I think it's really good for our sport, for our life, and thank you for the invitation, of course. And here in Balkan, handball means something really. I mean, the word handball has a lot of weight. Okay, so everybody understand you when you see a match, when you are in the match and something happen that handball people, yes, and then you feel that here, yes, people breathe handball, not they understand handball. I was talking, I don't know with whom, that sports is, with Radko Nitkovic, no, that now Spain looks like that it's going down, no, but the sport is cycle, no? Sometimes you are up, sometimes you will go down, and here you were up, and still you have this feeling of good handball, no, you can smell it. And to come to this tournament, that it's, I don't know how many editions, also it's really good. With Ali, I came as a player, now I came as a coach, and I'm really happy every time I can come here, because for instance this season we have a really strong teams, and it's really good to see how you start the season, to see yourself if you are okay, you're not okay, on the right way, not the right way, so it's really good. Yeah.
You mentioned Balkan handball. I will rely on that. A lot of influence had ex-Yugoslav or Yugoslav player on the development of Spanish handball.
For sure. I think that one of the group of the coaches, the Spanish coaches, that now we are in the top teams or in the top national teams, start as a player with someone of the amazing Balkanic players that we had in Spain. No, you always remember that I was young, and Veselin Bujovic, Buko, Kalina, but of course when Bujo Porner they came to Barcelona, it was say, wow, this is another sport for us, no? It was incredible how they teach us, and from this moment I think that our handball start to develop, also with Pokrajak, coaches. I think that in Spain we had one amazing moment where we recognized that in the foreigner countries they have better handball, and we learn a lot from this. We had one amazing competition with the ASOBAL League before the crisis, and I think that the handball, our handball developed a lot for the players, for the coaches, for everybody, and it was amazing to be part of this. And I think that this is what we had in the moment, in this period, is the consequence about this what we had before.
You had that last part of golden age of ASOBAL with Balic, with Ratko, with guys like Metlicic, Zorman, and so on.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
Yes. I share okay, everybody has the same vision when we were working together, that the best thing that happened in Spain is when we had money, that we could bring some of the best players of the world to our league. I mean, half came to Spain, half came to the Bundesliga. And Spanish, the young players, everybody plays very good. But if you can train every day with the best players of the different countries, this mixed makes you that everyday training, only for the training, your level goes up. No? And then you play the matches. And like this, year by year, your level goes up. Now we don't have this chance. Now we cannot sign these best players. Everybody goes to France or to Bundesliga. And the daily basis, when you train, you don't train with the best. So then at the end, in 1 to 3 years, nothing happened. But in 10 years, yes, you cannot see the results. So this for us right now, as Pascal said, we have the same vision on this, that we need to, the money must to come back to the league in order to try to sign these players and to mix them with our players, and to close the league is not only for the Spanish, not only to foreign players. This, if you want to really grow, you must mix. I do believe this.
I know. You know, the emotion is on the both sides. I know that Balkan players, they are crying because ASOBAL is not existing in that form, you know, because they now have to play in Germany where the weather is and mentality is different. You know.
All the weather, right?
Yeah. Okay, you are at the beginning of the pre-season, so we can speak a little bit about off-season. Now that phrase is very popular, and we link that with the players, what they're doing during the break, and what top coaches during the break. And can you allow yourself to be, 7 days totally turn off, or 5 days totally turn off for handball, even 2 days, without any contact, without any speak, only focus on beach, ball, and kids?
No, because when I have in holidays, one friend as Magaglia called me and he obligate me to go to Doboj, no? For the campus, and every time is the same. I think that
I forget.
This is not only handball. This is for me. I am speaking about me. I think that this is my passion. The handball gave me all in my life, no, all. Then it's impossible to put handball outside of my life. I can speak handball 24 hours, doesn't matter, no. And this is something that my wife knows it from the beginning. Then doesn't matter if she's complaining or not. It's like this. It's my passion, and I need to be constantly to watching games, to speak about things handball, not only handball, because they are, in my opinion, there are a lot of things around, and we are building teams about how we can make the cohesion in the group, or psychological things, or about data, about I don't know about anything, but I try also to learn every day. And for me to be 2 days out is really, really impossible.
Too much.
Yeah.
Like a swimmer, If you don't swim 1 day, you are 5 days.
Starting from the players, 3 seasons ago, before when I went the second time to Vardar, I was 6 months living in Castellón in Spain, in the seaside. And I had time to visit other sports, and I was watching one team of second division of basket that they playing there. And the coach, speaking with the assistant coach, and he told me that the players in summer, they don't lose the shape. I mean, they are in the level that all the year they have the same shape. So the precision, like typical traditional precision that we know, that to kill yourself, gym, running, all these things, in basket, in second division, they are not doing anymore this. So when they start, it's like they were playing last week, so it's different. So what I tell to, when I spoke with I was preparing in summer, the next season, I already told to the players that everybody must come in shape. Because previously, normally, let's say 15 years ago, we said, okay, you have to arrive almost in shape, okay? So if normally you have 10% of fat, you can arrive with 12%, let's say, total body fat, no? Okay, average. 12 because the first 2 weeks we will start to put you in shape and then we go. But now no. The off season, you have to work and you arrive like we're gonna play a match next week. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, the guys that will arrive are the players that are gonna be there. So, and then it's complicated because I will not wait for nobody. I mean, you have 1 month and a half, 2 months to prepare yourself. You can have 1 month vacation. You can go to Australia if you want. But then you have 1 month to prepare yourself and to be in shape. So these are the players. They do it, they don't do it. When you arrive, you see. For instance, this season, I arrived and everybody was in shape, everybody was good, so fantastic. And as a coach, I really try to not to think about Handball, but it's impossible because I enter Instagram and if I see something of the NBA of one player that I take it, I keep it because I'm thinking in the team and then I spoke with someone, all my friends are of Handball, so even though when we meet, 5 minutes we speak about the kids or I don't know what, and then Handball. So almost it's impossible to escape. So when you are in Handball involved all your life, it's impossible to go outside because at the end, eventually you come back. No? So when I quit my career as a player, I said, okay, I will stop Handball, I will live in Valladolid, that is my wife's city, and I will not move from here because I was moving everywhere. The first thing that I did, be the assistant coach of Vardar. So you want to escape, but the Handball bring you back. No? So I know our life, our friends, everybody get married in summer, because if not, nobody goes, because everybody, I mean, Handball life, it's our love.
Pascu, you mentioned your wife. What she told you when she find out that you will overtake Egyptian national team? Because we considering in handball world that Western bench is the most stressful, and after it, Egyptian team is very interesting in that way. Yeah.
But I think that they are in the life you have some dreams, no? And I have one dream. Of course, my commitment with Vesprem is full. And there are some conditions when appear this situation, and I was speaking with the club and explained the club the situation, what I am thinking also. But for me, I never play one Olympic Games, never. And I think that in my career is something that is my dream, to be in one Olympic Games. Then when this appeared, I went to the club and I tell them, hey, I have this situation. If the club and the Egyptian Federation, we can fix it, I will be happy, because I think that for me it's very important because it's my dream. And this is something that I appreciate a lot from my club, because they understand me. And also with the Egyptian Federation, the situation, it's not as an unusual coach that you are there 24 hours working for this. And we prepare something how we can manage, and we started this season, we start to manage this situation. I have confidence also in my staff. For me, this is the key. I trust a lot with the people that is working now in Egypt in my staff, and the same in Vesprem. Then I am quiet. I know that I do my best. To do your best is not that you will win. No. I don't know. This is a game. This is a sport. For sure, there are a lot of teams that they want to win. A lot of coaches they want to win. I am not the lone guy the only guy who can win or want to win the Champions League or to win one medal or two. No. And I understood this from long time, because it's not possible to win always. This is not possible. And I understand the fans, I understand the supporters, I understand to everybody. But guys, sorry, but the fans of Kiel, fans of Vesprem, fans of Barça, fans of Melsungen, fans of Al Ahly, fans of... If we play one competition, only one team can win. Then we have 3 millions of fellows. The coaches doesn't know nothing. When one guy, for example, we are in the game and we miss one shoot in the last second, doesn't mean that this coach is a bad coach, really. Then, for me, I know that David loves, he likes to be in the media. For me, nothing, doesn't matter, so sorry. The opinion, okay, everybody has right to have opinion, why not? But also I have my right to decide if I want to listen the opinion or not, no? Then if I know what I am doing, perfect. But at the end, when you are doing something, I will like that the people or my boss decide about me if I have free hands to do it. If I don't have free hands, I can do nothing. I am doing what you want. Then don't put me, put another guy. It's very easy, this one, no? But I think that you need to understand that to build a teams, to work in one team, to make one staff, this is time, for sure. In handball, no. In a sport, in professional sport, the word patience doesn't exist. Then, for me, it's much better. Don't read, don't write, don't listen about, for sure, the guy who is more critic with myself, I am myself, with myself. I know when I'm making mistakes, and I am trying to don't make mistakes. But in one, do you think how many decisions we have in one game or in one practice? And the people always is coming to you when you make decision, bad decision. No, one moment. The question is, if you are in one game, for example, and in this moment you decide to do something. To do something could be you decide to do nothing. And after you lose the game, you say, hey, why you didn't do nothing? One moment. The decision is correct or not? Not for the result. Is if you have the capacity that in the moment that you decide, in this moment, when you know this, you are doing the right decision. Not after the game. After the game,
We have all.
we can win a lot of money in the bets, if you know before. No. It's in this moment, when you have this information, you must decide. What happens? In one team, the people doesn't know what happened inside. You don't know if one guy had a problem, if he is not practicing good, if he is injured. Sorry, but I don't want to explain if I have one guy injured because I'm giving advantage to David. Then how you don't explain? Well, because if I am explain, he knows that this guy don't play and he can prepare better the game. I think that when you have one coach, you need to trust in him. If you don't trust in him, okay, do put another one. But it's about philosophy.
Yeah. Okay, you mentioned that kind of critics and pressure which comes from outside. How many times you felt that your players or your staff or your surrounding coaching staff or people in the club are under that kind of pressure and that you are losing control on them, or you cannot put them on maximum in some time, in some moment of the season or before some match? Or maybe you can deal with that, but maybe left wing cannot. I don't know.
It's very difficult because every situation it's a different solution, no? For example, I don't like when you are building a team, the first thing in my opinion is what kind, no players, what kind of persons are you signing? Okay? For me this is the most important. For this reason, a lot of times I am signing players that I know them. I don't like to sign one player for one video or for 25 videos. Before to sign one player, I would like to see him in the court on live. Why? For sure, if I put one video here, everybody will tell you, this guy is an amazing player. Yes, everybody. But you are deciding this about one video, one guy who is one camera, who decide to put the focus in the ball, and this guy. But this guy, who is the camera, he's doing his job. He doesn't pay attention when the coach change the player, his behavior with the teammates, his behavior with the coach, if he is helping the team from the bench, if his face is correctly or not. This is the kind of player that I need to know if I am signing him. I need to know this, I need to know information about who is this guy outside of the field, who is his back, it's, his family. This, for me, it's very important to know what kind of player we are signing. But this is not a player, he's a person. And also if he's one guy who in the practice is not going 100%, we say, okay, this could be, is not my style. I need one guy with another thing. No? For videos it's very easy to sign players, but you don't need to sign one player. You need to build a team with people who can be working together to be strong, and if we are together, then we can do an amazing team. Alone, this is a collective sport.
I will come back later on some names.
Okay.
But David, you played a lot of finals. You played Champions Final with West Brom, but also with Vardar. You were part of amazing stories. So, and as a player, of course, a lot of big matches. And I will refer on the previous question. Can you recognize when your players are not in the shape, and how, when you recognize that, how you can come back them on some part?
Yeah, well, now everybody said that you can do only what you can control, no? So when you talk about the fans that they put the pressure or the board, that also they feel the pressure, but I can do nothing there because I'm not with the board normally. I speak with them, but I don't know which kind of pressure they have, and I never been in a board, so I don't know. I only take care of the pressure that I can put myself, of course, as a coach. And it's not a pressure, it's the responsibility. Because see, if I'm in West Brom and they have a huge budget and you have to rise to the Final Four every year and blah, 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 so I understand the responsibility that I have with the team, so with the club, with the city, with the sponsors, with everyone. So for me, this is the biggest pressure, not what I see in the social media or they write or this. I cannot control this, so I don't care. And about, of course, the players, because there are, when you have a really good team, for instance, and lastly, that we can win more or less. I always said that 80% of the matches they can win with my mom sitting in the bench. But this 20%, the finals, the important matches, they need a coach, okay, to guide them. But the other matches is not important. So 80% of the time, I can put the pressure that I want. I can put more, less, with one player more, with one player less. But when I arrive this moment, I have to be just really careful of what I learned from the team during the whole season or during this, because always normally you play at the end of the season the most important tournaments, at least in Egypt, to really take care, to learn how they behave always normally. I push them when I push them, when I didn't push, when I say hello, all these things, and then try to manage the pressure of the players, because for sure they feel the pressure, even though that they say always, no, I don't feel the pressure, I like this, I was also a player and you say this, but it's not the truth because your body goes one side and your mind goes differently. So I try to calm down the things a lot, really, and that's it. Just a focus, really, 80% of my focus is in the team, in the players, and of course on me. But the rest of the pressure, I mean, we live in when you have been a sport and you have the opportunity. I was playing in all the teams that I went to second division, teams that was down in the middle, that won, I mean, everywhere. So the pressure is always there. When you don't have to go down, when you have to win, when you don't have to win, when you have to go to Europe, I mean, always you have pressure. So the pressure is like, it's the responsibility. So when you are there, you have to understand which responsibility you have with the club, mostly, because it's the one that will tell you, I mean, imagine that you want to win, I want to win the Champions League, for instance, as a coach. But the goal of the club is just to beat Zamalek. So I have first to beat Zamalek because it's the goals club. I have to do what the club tell me that I have to do, and then I will do my goal. Do you understand the difference? So first, the goal of the club, because if I win I win the Champions League, but I lose against Zamalek, the club will tell me, no, go outside. That this happened with Raúl González when we were in Werder. That we were to play the first season, we had to play the second match against Flensburg at home, that we lost 2 goals there, and in the middle we had a match against Metalurg that was the derby in this moment. And Raúl said, okay, hey, in 3 matches I have a match to go to the Final Four. So, okay, clearly, the league we will see. And he lose and was like a chaos. But chaos. Why you lose? But we have this match. No. The important for the club is to win Metalurg. So I learned this. And then every time I go to the club, I said, which is the goal of the club? Beat Zamalek? Okay. But I built a team to build Zamalek. Finish. The rest is not important. And then I will see my goals, how I do it. But first, this. And then the rest.
Understand. Okay, we mentioned some names when we spoke before, and it's obvious that some players going with you. And are there persons or are there perfect? Okay, probably is a package, persons and good players on certain positions. For example, Luka Cindrić, Ali Zain, now
Yes.
Petrus, and so on.
Very easy. These guys, they are amazing guys. When they are working with me, they show me that I can trust in them. And then I am trying to build something in Veszprém. We need time to build something. And there are some players that they can help us in a short period to find the players that we want to put in this gap. Then it's easy. The decision is very easy. You need to take the players that you know, because you can do it fast to win this time, to earn this time, to build the team that you want to do it. But in this case, for me, Luka is amazing. Okay, he's a guy who has some problems with the injuries, but Luka is different than the other guy. It's only to understand him. And if you can understand him, you can take advantage. If you don't understand him, it's much better don't sign him. Very easy. For me, Thiago is an amazing player in defense. Amazing. And it's very easy when we are losing one guy as Ludo Fabregas to sign one guy who knows what I want, because I only think to put in the middle, pam, go. And I am every time, because I need to, okay, we are building the team for the future, but we need to be ready now to compete. Then we are signing players for the future, but we are signing players to help us to save these gaps that we have in this moment. Ali Zain is exactly the same. They are guys that they can do a lot of things, and also they are, in my opinion, one of them, they are players for the team. Players that they can do a lot of things for the team. If you have one guy as Ali Zain, is the best left back in the world? No, but he can play as a left back. Yeah, he can play as a playmaker. But if you have one problem in the right back, he can defend in number 2. Yes, he can defend in number 3 also. And if you have capacity to sign this guy and you don't want to sign, perfect. But I know him. I know that he can give me a lot of things. Could be that he is not this kind of player who everybody put the focus on him. Yeah, but this guy give me a lot of things. And then this is when you are building a team, you need this kind of guys. And why? Because when you have one injury, how we had last season, probably your team, and we are trying to build one team that if we have some injuries, the team can be balanced and he can follow during the season. No? And for me, Luka, Thiago, and Ali Zain, who are players who play with me some years, I trust in them 100%, and I'm very honest with them. To be my players in this case, that they come to, it's not about I don't fuck them if I need to fuck them. Because they know exactly what I want of them, and if they don't give me, out. One thing is the professional relation, another thing is the personal relation. And one thing is, if you are speaking with Pasky as a person, I can tell you what I am thinking, but if Pasky is the coach, guy, as a coach I am thinking this. we need to separate these roles in every moment, and I think that this sometimes for the players is very difficult to understand it.
Okay, that African origin or Egyptian origin, how is important for you? Also have a lot of experience with them. What they are bringing to European handball? Now it's a wave of Egyptian players in Barca, in Vesprem, in the best clubs. They are now in fashion. I don't know how to say.
Yeah, but one team who in the national team, they are close to arrive in the semi-finals. They are good players. Attention, attention. This is how, if you are thinking, these guys from Feroe, respect. The first thing in a sport is always to respect the opponent and to respect to everybody. Not because your name is Feroe Island, guys, chapeau. Egypt, chapeau. Everybody is working, but it's very easy to put bad words against everyone. No. In the field. Show me in the field. Don't speak. In the field. They are better than us. This is easy. In Romania, we had the same problem. Romania is. I remember that I learned. The first books that I read was from Romania about handball. Oh, these guys. And in Spain, they arrived Stinga, Boinea. It was incredible. But it was the past,
50 years ago.
Not now. Then we need to understand that this is an evolution and a constant evolution, no? But we are losing against Feroe. I told them, respect. It's not about the name, it's about what you are doing in the field. And I think that in handball, in Europe, and also in some countries, also in the Asian countries, they are developing, and every time they will be better. And this is good for our sport, no? We want to have one amazing sport in all the world.
What you can tell me about the Egyptian players? You have a lot of experience with them.
Yeah, well, they are really hungry to come to Europe. They are hungry to come to the best leagues, to the Bundesliga, French League, or the Champions League, European League. So they are hungry. And what I saw in 2018 when I arrived, and then 2020, because in the national team, more or less the level is the same, and are always the best players. But also in Al-Ahly in 2022, when I arrived, everybody is crazy just to come to Europe. So they are hungry to learn, to fight, to work, and they don't care nothing. They have the focus here, and they do whatever it takes to come here. And when they arrive here, at least the first 2 years, they give everything that they have and what they don't have. So when you compare one guy that has hungry in sports, one that is hungry with the one that is not hungry, the balance clearly goes to this side. And also they want to do good job in the Olympics, in the World Championship, and you can see it.
Maybe Europeans lost that sense for sacrificing. Maybe. No.
Not everybody.
It's tough to say, huh?
It's tough to say, but what I said is that they really are hungry. Okay, so if you want to, when you want to play against them, against Faroe Island, the same, against all these teams that are arriving little by little, you have to understand that it's not about handball. It's that the desire that they have, how they're gonna play, and until the end, they're gonna put everything in the court. So you have to do exactly the same. If not, they're gonna beat you eventually. And when they start to beat you, until they reach certain level, they are gonna be hungry. So this is the thing when it's cycle. Some Romania was here, now is here, now Egypt is here. I mean, or try to arrive in here. They are hungry, really hungry.
Yeah. Okay, one field which I want to open. We don't have a lot of time, but let's speak about that. From your opinion, who is making chemistry? How is that responsibility of the coach? What are you doing to make a good energy in the locker room, outside of the locker room? It's not a question about some summer, I don't know, team building. It's a question of 10 months work of all the people around.
Well, it's difficult because there are a lot of things. Because every team is different, because you have different cultures, different kind of persons. At the end is this. But for me, I think that they are one key. To be honest. For me, it's clear. it could be that you are not the best player, or I am not the best coach, or you are not. For me, this doesn't matter. But if I need to tell you something, I will come and I will tell you with correct words, but different with everyone, because not everybody is the same kind of persons. Then we need to adapt which kind of player or which kind of person you are speaking to him. No? And for me, the honesty, this is one. And the second thing, to work more than no one. When I arrive, I will like that when my players arrive to the hall, I am there. Always. It's not possible. It's not possible that, in my opinion, for me, for my philosophy, it's not about if you are better or not, because you can work at home because you have one amazing computer and you have computer and you don't have it in the club. But for me, I am here. If you need me, you can come to my door, knock my door and come. I will be here. For me, these two things, to work and the honesty, are the key.
David?
Yeah, for me, I tell them always when I arrive to a new team that a team is like a person, okay? It's like a real person. And then we need to define and to show to everyone who we are. No? But we will show first inside of the court, of course. If we are a team that always fight, is a team that believe until the last moment that can win, or is a lazy team, or which kind of team we are, or which kind of team we want to be. Because it's not only one person, as he said, no, we are all together who define our team. So for me, it's important to have an identity. Okay. Sometimes one journalist also one time asked me if I can put my personality inside of the team. I wish I could sometimes. That too, yes, but the team, as I said, is a different person. So the team will move, and they said, yeah, you have to control the team inside, you have to control the team outside, you have to control when they go on holidays. I mean, how can I control a restroom if I'm never inside of the restroom? I wish I could, but this is not my job. I don't want to hear all the things that the players say, because this contaminates your mind, and this is not good. I mean, and the players, they have to drive this person, they have to drive it to the right. What I tell them is that I want a professional player. I want that the player, at the end of the day, they feel that he's professional, that he has a routine, that he takes care of his health, of his food, of his family, if he has, to go to the gym, I mean, to watch matches, to learn from others, to know our rivals. I mean, and at night you say, no, yes, today I'm professional. Of course, you want to go at night or you want to eat junk food one day, it's not a problem, but what I want is that they feel professional. And if they feel professional, then the team, the person team that we're gonna be, Larry now, this guy that is, everybody will show which kind of team is this, and is what I said.
Probably during the season you have a lot of some conflicts between the players. Maybe media knows, media doesn't know. Never mind. How do you solve that? Do you go directly to two players which have problem, or you let them to solve that without you, or
I go. At the first moment, I go, boom, directly. Mm-hmm. And I try to solve it. Sometimes you can solve it different ways, but I never let that one conflict, the time will fix it, never. Or you can use the captains, depends on what kind of conflict, but they are conflicts that you must be in front. You cannot put the pressure or the responsibility to the captains. Hey, if two guys there, they have one problem in the middle of one practice, you must be there. Hey, what happens? This is one thing. Another thing is if you are detecting if one guy is not pushing 100%. I must do it, but if you know that one guy is close to him, you can, hey, tell to him, pay attention, because this one. For example, for me, they are one thing that I learned from one coach who was in Barca with me in basketball. He told me that I use the spaces, no? But not with one conflict. If they are one conflict between themselves, I go directly. But when you have something that you don't like about someone, no? The first step is in the field. for example, in the warm-up or before warm-up or after the practice, I say, hey, pay attention, I don't like this. Why? I use the field because it's a common space and it's who is the space of the player, okay? The second time it could be, well, I don't know, this guy is not correct. Then I can try to drink a coffee outside. Say, hey, guy, I told you this one before, attention then. This is neutral space. The third space is, come to my office. Then, guy, we will see. But it's own time, no? It's your space, neutral space, my space. Then, when there are conflict, because now, sometimes the players they are making jokes in the dressing room. Hey, when Pasky is calling you to the office, pay attention.
Ticket
no,
in one way, ticket,
we can speak about another things, no? But when you have this conflict, it's about the spaces. It's to show where is the level of the conflict, and everybody knows it. For example, I explained one thing in Barca. I don't want to put the names. Okay. I don't will tell you that Albert Rocas was the player, exactly. I don't want to tell you. But one day he came to me and he told me, Pasky, I am not playing. I need to play more. He said, wait, one moment. First rule, if one day you come to me to tell me that you don't play, you want to play more, you must know that never you will start the next game. Why? Easy. Then if you come and I put you in the lineup, everybody will come. No. The first day you don't play. If you want to speak, we can speak. But you must understand this, because the players, they need the real interpretation that as a coach you want. Not that they have, because they go to the dressing room and this is how I will. But if you make this, the next time that one guy come to tell you, is hey, you know the rule. Easy. Then you must follow the rule. Doesn't matter who is the player, because the rule is for the team. It's not for one player. It's very easy, for example, if you want to fuck the team sometimes, to go against the young player. No. Where is the captain? The captain, and you boom. Is why? Because it's not the same effect. It's not the same effect. This is something. It's very easy to go against the young guy. No, it's the opposite. The young guy must be protected. Hey, what do you want? That I fuck him? No. You have responsibility, and also the senior players need to protect the young players with these things, no? And this is more or less what can happen, or who I try to solve the problems.
David, your experience about that kind of situations?
Yeah, when it's, yes, as he said, to not to say again the same, but when it's a really big problem, I always act. I don't let nobody fix it by me, and I do it in front of everyone. I mean, I don't wait. I mean, if it's something of discipline, something really, really big, that everybody knows that is really big, because I always try to put a frame where what things that we can do and things that we cannot do. And when it's something like big, I go full, I bite everyone. I don't care if this one or the other one, and I go full power and in front of everyone. And then always come to me and say, hey, David, you should not do this, you have to call him. No. And you speak apart, no. If he do this in front of everyone, against my discipline, against my culture, I tell him also in front of everyone, because everyone in the team knows what is going on. Why I have to, he's not doing to me this, why I have to do it to him? So if he has any problem, he can come to me. I'm always available 24 hours every day, even in summer, and he can call me and he can tell me. But if he jumped the discipline and all these things, if it's a big thing, because this happens a lot every season for sure, maybe once for sure, I go full power against everyone, and I bite him until I want, and that's it. If it's small problems, sometimes I do this 360, no, that to start to speak with who is his best friend. This one, hey, what happened with him? Oh, I don't know. Okay, I go to the captain. What happened? To everyone, let's see if I find the problem, and then I speak with him or not. And then we try to solve in this, but I never believe that the things will solve by magic. I don't believe in this.
The last question before the questions. Can you make a result even if you don't have that kind of perfect love in the locker room?
Sorry, if what?
Can you make a result? Can you win everything or win what you want, achieve goals, even without that kind of how to say, true positive energy in the locker room, or they can, just do a job and go home and be good in that?
It's
Do you have everything clear in 2015 when you won the Champions League?
No,
for example?
It's very clear. One thing is how, for example, you have more chances to win if you play good. But if you play good, you will win. No, we could be the other. Play better. No, then I think that you can win sometimes. Because if we have a problem, you don't receive the salaries, then the team is together strong, and there are situations around the team that they can do something that the team give you something more in some key moments. Yes, but our idea or my idea must be that I need that my team play like this to solve the problems like this, to have one methodology. Sometimes this happens, yes, but I prefer to be in the other side because it's more under control, and everybody usually this is the right or the correct way, in my opinion.
It's more than clear. You can have any example when the team that wins any title in any competition, a team, they always when they do the interview, the first word that they said is that they had a very good ambient in the team. And that they don't know why, but they start to win, and at the end, in a championship, it's Messi when he won. It's always keeping in my mind, no? Because I was happy for him, a great athlete that he can close the cycle, no? But the first words, if you find this interview, that is the easiest one that you can find, he said, no, yeah, we have a very good ambient in the team. So why? We don't know, but it was like this, and we were good, and we were happy, and we start to play, and everything was good. So this is, it's because of the coach. It's because of the players. Is what I said. The team is one person, and among everyone, so everyone must do their best in order that the team goes smoothly, goes normal, with some problems, but go, and this brings you to the titles. I do believe in this. Can be the opposite. Sport is really complex. There's a million things, as he said. Maybe we don't receive the salary, but we are all together, and we see that we are winning and we are playing good. But why? Because the team is okay, we don't have the salary, but we are together and we feel good and we train good, and the coach, I don't know how they can manage good, and the players are not complaining too much, and I don't know. So it's clear must be a good atmosphere, environment. Yes, but it's not a full 100 environment. The environment is inside of the court, because outside can happen a million problems, but the team can solve it somehow. No?
Thank you. Some questions, please. Sreten Rašković, TV Arena Sports. Samo mikrofon.
First of all, gentlemen, thank you for your time. Question for Mr. Pascual. You was earlier in a situation to take a great lot of pressure on your shoulders with Barca. Now you have, as we like to say, the worst bench in the handball job, because Veszprém is so much looking for that Champions League title. How you manage to do everything from 8 in the morning until the end of the day, and to be good with that kind of pressure? Because it is there. When you wear Veszprém jersey, everything about that is desire to win the Champions League.
Well, yeah, I have one sentence in my head always, is to have pressure is a privilege. If you have pressure, it's because you can win something. Okay, then this is my philosophy. I accept this because I like to have pressure, because I want to win, to fight for something. What happens with this? You are exposed to listen a lot of stupid things. I don't want to pay attention to this, really. If I am paying attention to this, I am losing my time. And who deserves my time? My team. Then put the focus in your team. I cannot control some things, no? Then why am I losing the time with this? It's, I think that this life is only one, we have only one life, no? And for me, so sorry, but the most important is my family, my passion is my handball. I am a guy so privileged. I am earning an amazing money. I am making one job incredible. I was in my club a lot of years. I was in Dinamo, and now I am in Vesprem, who are one of the best team. Hey, I need to be worried for this. Okay, do you have a lot of pressure? Yes, but David told one thing before. The teams that they want to lose they don't want to lose the first category, they have pressure also. Everybody has pressure. The problem is, if you are thinking in the pressure, for me it doesn't matter the social, sorry. I know that the people who want to write, they only want to fuck me or to fuck, doesn't matter if it's me, it's the position. See, if he is the coach, it will be the same. If he is the coach, it will be the same. Then why? It's about the importance that I am giving to these things. Of course, I know what is best friend. Of course. For this I decided to come. For me it was very easy to say, hey, I'm in Dinamo. Dinamo will make an amazing job, 3 years. I think that they entry now again in the Europe and everybody is speaking about Dinamo, and I can decide to be there. But I am not this kind of guy. Sorry. It's my culture. I will like to fight every time. Then I want that my team understand. And I don't know if I can win the Champions League in Vesprem, but I will try to do all my best, for sure. If it's not possible, I can come to Vesprem anytime to tell to everybody, to see face to face everyone, to tell you guys, I did all what I have, so sorry, I tried, anything else. But if I am thinking in this, I need to lose time for what? Much better my time thinking in how I can improve my team, how I can help the club to prepare the future or something like this. I don't think in, I am not thinking in the pressure. If I am thinking in the pressure, then it's not possible, in my opinion.
I heard one joke that first coach who starts speak Hungarian fluently will win Champions League in Vesprem.
Jureget and Junapot. It's very complicated, this language. But this is, it's funny because I am a disaster with the language, and I choose Hungarian and Arabic. Very easy, 2 languages to learn this year. Very easy. I can choose better, but it's difficult. Huh?
Okay, some more questions?
I have another
Okay, sorry.
for Mr. Davis. In most positive way, I need to ask you, 2019, how you go further with your life and commitment when you lose Champions League final, and with not disrespectful, I will ask you for life lesson. Is there anything else when you look back you will do different in that final game against Vardar?
If I'm honest with you, I didn't saw the final. So I was in the court, but I didn't saw it in the video. This year was really important for me because it was my first time as a first coach. I mean, I started my career there. I started in Vesprem. I had a lot of help because I started losing the first 4 matches or 5 matches in the Champions League. And the club said, okay, don't worry. I still remember a conversation that I had with Janos in quarterfinals against Flensburg. that they were extremely happy because this season they thought that we will do nothing, and we were there. You remember? We were sitting before the match in the court, and I won 12 matches in a row. I played the final of the Champions League, my first year. So it depends how you see the things. Of course, my goal was to win the Champions League. But first, I signed in May. I signed for Egypt, and in October I was in Vesprem. So and it was my first participation as a first coach. So imagine. So my emotion, my feelings are completely different because I'm happy for what I did in this season, and I proved myself, and I think to a lot of people that I can be a good coach. So I lose. Okay, I lose, but I mean to take a team in October. Vesprem, with a lot of expectation, all the responsibility that you have, and bring it to the final of the Champions League, the first season. So, what I can change? My experience. I wish I could have 10 years when I took this job. Of course, I will do the things different. And every season, you think because if you are critical with yourself, you start to think, no, I should do this maybe, or this, that, or that. But it's what Pascu said. In a match, or in the training, you don't know how many decisions we have to take as a coach, but millions, because you have a lot of pressure from everywhere. Only, he said, one player look at you and you know, because you were a player, that this is not happy now. Why he's not happy? Or this one, I know that he's not happy because I didn't put him. This is, I don't know. This is happy, now he's tired, now the other. So you have to take a million decisions. You could change something. You change a million things, for sure. But things comes, like it comes, you take it. So for me, this first season was, emotionally, I was feeling really happy. And it's different. If it happens to me right now, but maybe I will tell you my answer will be different. No? But in this moment, for me, it's happiness, even though we lose, of course.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Some more question? Lalovic. Oh, okay.
It will be. My name is Tone Tisel, and I want to ask you something. Perhaps both of you know. Especially you work in Barcelona for long years and you won everything, no? Now you go out from your country, now you are in Vesprem, one of the best clubs in the world, who is trying to win this Champions League for more than 20 years. In these 20 years, they spend a lot of money. They tried with the best coaches from Balkan, from Scandinavia, now from Spain. They have the best players in the world for a long period, let's say, and they didn't reach. They are, if we compare to Paris Saint-Germain, but okay, they're a young club. If you have any idea why they didn't, in 20 years, why they didn't win the Champions League, did you find something different than in Barcelona? What is the problem? Because the best coaches, the best players, excellent facilities, and they didn't succeed it. It's anything that you know that you can change, that it will be perhaps this peak that they won the Champions League?
I have an idea, but of course I know,
Okay.
I don't explain. No, I have an idea what happens, but we cannot change the history. The history is like this. When we are speaking about Vesprem had the best coaches in the world, the best players in the world. The other teams, the other guys, the other team, Barca play without no one, or O'Kiel play without less players. Or, of course, what is strange is Vesprem, also PSG, with the potential, they didn't win the Champions League. And something can happen, yes. We are trying to solve it, for sure. We are speaking with this. I think that I arrived last season at the end of June. Okay. And this year I learned a lot, not about handball, about the environment of the club. Okay? Then you need to understand this, you need to analyze, you need to make decisions, make complicated decisions, and I think that the people who is working now in the club, they are doing complicated decisions. Could be that we are making mistakes, could be. But I think that we are attacking this kind of problems that we have. But it's not one thing that we can solve tomorrow. Also because, for example, when we are speaking about to build a top team, you know what happens in our sport and in our market. if you want to sign one top player in this moment, you need to pay a lot of money. You need to wait for them to finish the contracts, because when you have one top player, you prolong them and you are protecting this. Then you need to wait 2-3 years to take one of the top players, because also if you pay money for one guy, the club who receives the money say, okay, but I have this money, but I cannot buy another player with this level, no? And this is something that I think that we are working in the right way. We don't know if we can win the Champions League, but we are trying to do something different to give our fans what they are desiring. But it's true that for me, I think that at the moment that Veszprém win the first Champions League, if this happens, everybody will be quiet and could be very easy to come the second Champions League. But this is when you need to break. And when you want to break something like this from the history, it's not something that you can do fast. And for this, we need time. We have time. I don't know. I hope. Yes, it's true. This is the reality. I hope that we lose here in Doboj and the president come and tell me, you are out. You are out. I don't know. But my job, or when I understand that when the club sign me, is because they are thinking that I can do, or I can give them another idea to work in another way. And it's not only my idea, because my idea need to understand the environment. And then we need to mix, if it's possible, to go in the right direction. For me, in this moment, I am so happy with the team that I have in my hands this season. I think that we are a better team than last season, and probably next season we will be better. But this is a process. We are changing a lot of players. It's normal. If it's my team, I need to put my players, my handball. If you don't give me time, but I have confidence in what we are doing, and we know what we are doing. And sometimes we are making decisions, for example, to take, because I know that the people is thinking that you are signing older guys. Yes, but these older guys know the system, and they can give me something now for the short time that I put the guy that I want to put here. And this is the reason. This is not one decision. It's not one decision. We need one left wing. Boom. No, calm. What we need? We need to sign this guy in the future. Okay, we have one gap, and here we have one gap, 1 year. What we can do? This, pam. And I think that this is something that we are doing. In this moment, excellent. Excellent. No good. Excellent. This is my opinion. But we need the time. It could be that when we have this team, I am not the coach because they fire me. Okay.
So I understand time
This is
is
the
very
reality.
important.
This is the reality.
Do we
This
have
is the
time for
reality.
one more question?
I have one
Yep.
more question. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I to je veoma interesantno. Mađarska je od uvek bila, it's very interesting because Hungary was really good in handball. Still, I think they were 5th in European Championship. But in such a big project, Hungarian project, and there is no Hungarian players who are quite good, and they are playing in other clubs. How you are thinking about this? Is that important or not? Because also now in your club, we are talking about the mentality. Now you have 4 players for Egypt, 4 players for ex-Bergkamp, 4 France players, then 4 players for Scandinavia. So it's mix of mentality. You really need the time to put this together or not?
I know the answer. But
Okay.
I know the answer. But I need to be...
I understand.
Okay. There are a lot of things. No? For example, it's very difficult to build something fast. It's true that, for example, we don't have Hungarian guys. Also Szeged, for example, now they are improving, they are making an amazing team also. Handball is changing every time, no? Then we need to be adapted to the real situations. There are some countries who they are trying to protect their players. Sometimes you know, if you have one son and you are protecting every time, sometimes it's good that he goes down, he fall down. If you don't let to fall down, he doesn't know it. He's always protected. Then, if you understand what I want to tell you, okay, it's like this. Sometimes there are countries who, with this protection, put the salaries of some players out of the market. And then, and this is the reality, and sometimes when someone is telling you the reality, no, but this is the reality. It's happened exactly in Romania. Exactly the same. But the difference is in Hungary, the level of handball is in this moment much better, and we have, they have some amazing players also, okay? But it's true that sometimes this market, it's very difficult to build a team with these situations, and this is something that the clubs, they are managing, and sometimes you are paying one out of market for one player who really, you say, guy, you want to know your value of your player? You want to know it, really? What you must do? Put him in the market. And then you will know exactly the value of the player. Put him in the market. But no, I don't want to put him in the market because if we lose him, no. Put him in the market. And then you will know the value. But not the market, your internal market. No. Outside. Then you will know the value of the player, really. Then this is something complicated sometimes for some clubs to manage this. And this is in all the countries, more or less, no? Because you want to have also in Barca, we always try to have some Spanish guys. I think that in all the countries they want to have these top clubs with the best players, national players, and sometimes it's not easy. For example, for Paris, a lot of players, French players, they are going out, no? Always it's difficult to maintain this balance because, I don't know, there are some problems. Every club and every country has different problems, but this balance, the financial problem is it's complicated sometimes for the clubs. This is my opinion.
Lalo, imaš neko kratko pitanje? Neću, okay. Gentlemen, thank you very much. It was very interesting.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Evo, ruka. Thank you. Yeah, but I'm not guilty. We could